Culinary Delights every Sunday at 7:30 p.m. only on Capital Television. Capital News tonight. Religious leaders condemn deterioration of morals. Many residents experience Christmas without murder incidents. And Simba to face off against Mashujaa FC at the National Stadium. Good evening, this is Capital News at 9:30. My name is Khadija Zimbwe. First, the national news. Religious leaders in the country have used the Christmas Day celebrations to condemn acts of homosexuality, bribery, abortion and prostitution in the society and claims that it contributes to the deterioration of morals, removing the fear of God, and as a result humans fall into sin which displeases God. During the Christmas Mass held nationally at AIC Makongor Church in Mwanza, the Mwanza Diocese Archbishop Filippo Mauja also said that for Tanzania to be able to become a middle-income country through the industrial sector, there must be an administration of justice and not one of discrimination. One of that condemns sexual bribes, respects the rights of all social groups, and one that does not allow excessive use of force by legal organs.
A just system is based on reconciliation. Christians have a duty to bring together those in conflict. In some regions, there is conflict between farmers and livestock keepers. We have a duty to initiate peace, but also a just system doesn't discriminate based on gender, whether someone is rich or poor, educated or uneducated.
Mwanadamu anatoa mimba na kuua watoto ambao hajazaliwa bado.
We must pray for our nation, for there are those who abort unborn children. We must pray too. You see now, globalization will not leave any country safe. You cannot fight and win against those practicing homosexuality. They can even dare to accuse you of committing the same. We must support each other in this struggle. The media is used as a platform to spread such messages, especially on social media. Ideologies he's spoken about, such as homosexuality, get a push through and reach us faster through the media.
Now, residents of Tunduru district in Ruvuma region have asked the government to investigate issues that occur in the operation to seek out illegal occasional admirers known as Operation Kangomba, including residents being robbed of their money and beaten by police. They say that despite the government's good intentions with the operation, they were deceived.
Waziri wa mambo ya ndani,
Minister of Home Affairs should form a commission that will come here and carry out an investigation on this matter. Cash nut cannot be stored inside, but they force themselves in the house in search of it. How do they know that so and so is involved? There is definitely someone tipping them off. If you have a dispute with someone, you can easily be reported. So if there is anything wrong in this operation, whether involving our police officer or local government authority, please report any such incidences to the police station.
People of Wabarai tribe in Eshkash village, Mbulu district, Manyara region, along with development stakeholders, have successfully built an archives room to store title deeds as well as traditional land deeds, so that's to stop the behavior of some officials losing their records on purpose so that they can sell their land.
I would like very much if this exercise could be progressive with livestock keepers, so they can be issued with title deeds. This will help bring to an end the ongoing conflict between farmers and livestock keepers, because now there will be clear boundaries. Communal land title deeds have been issued for grazing areas, but training has also been given to community land council leaders. UCRT agrees to cooperate with us, then it will be easy to evaluate land for individuals, and later such persons can be issued with title deeds.
Some residents of Ziwani village, Ziwani ward, Mtwara region have asked the government to help speed up construction of the Mtwara to Msimbati 35 tarmac level road by building an average of 3 kilometers per year rather than 1 kilometer per year being built now. Some of the residents said that the road is important to them and the nation as a whole because it goes to the Msimbati gas processing factory and Lake Ruvuma on the border of Tanzania and Msumbiji. Thus, it will help strengthen relations and transportation between the two countries.
They must increase the pace and increase the distance. Otherwise, the construction might take a very long time, in the process delaying progress. By the end of this month, the first phase will be complete. We hope that this work will be finished in the time specified in the contract. The rain has slowed down progress. This is a government road, but it is ours too. We have the responsibility of making sure that it is well taken care of, and some of the advice experts have been giving is that oil must not be spilled on the road because it easily causes damage. Once the road is complete, then there will be some signs which must also be protected because they too serve a purpose.
Over 90 farmers in Mbinga District Council, Ruvuma region have been handed health insurance cards from the National Health Insurance Fund, NHIF, in the region, where the farmers say that the cards will be a big lifesaver for them due to the environment they live in and the high costs of treatment they encounter when they fall ill.
We were so worried because in case you fell ill, the cost of treatment was too high.
Jambo hili la ushirika afya kwa kweli mpaka sasa hivi kwa mkoa wetu wa Ruvuma.
In Ruvuma, Mbinga is the first district to benefit. Today we have 90 cards and the number keeps increasing.
Hakuna uwekezaji mkubwa kama kuwekeza kwenye afya.
There is no greater investment than on health care. If you're ill, you cannot go to work or farm. That is why everyone must invest in healthcare.
Christians in the country have come together with others in the world today to celebrate Christmas holidays, where religious leaders have used the opportunity to emphasize on peace among Tanzanians, with tight security being witnessed in churches.
Not only with your neighbors and colleagues, sometimes even within one house, some members do not speak to each other, and yet you celebrate Christmas. What kind of Christmas is this? Without reconciliation. Christ came to unite all humankind with God and among ourselves. Christmas has a wide meaning, but most know just a few, because through Christmas people end up with bruises, fights, and even not speaking to each other. Let this Christmas be a new beginning with our souls. Christmas was born to rescue the universe and those who now know him. This is the meaning of Christmas, because Christmas is love, peace, and celebration.
Ni amani. Christmas ni kushirikiana.
The Hadzabe community living in Mwangeza village in Kalama district have asked the government of Singida region to set aside a reserve of an area with natural growth which is now disappearing and was helping them to get natural herbs as well as conduct traditional rituals.
The Regional Commissioner's directive regarding the protection of the environment and natural habitat was within 1 week, but up to date, nothing has been done. The issue on land conservation is being addressed and we shall work on it. We are together in this. We want everyone to be involved. This government under Dr. John Pombe Magufuli is with you. It's here to serve you without any discrimination. I would like all of us to take care of this road. Anyone who is not showing cooperation must be reported.
Residents of Longido district have begun to benefit from economic opportunities that are contributing to continued investment and implementation of various projects in building the capabilities of business groups, including women and youth. Executive Director of the Council, Juma Mhina, said that currently significant strength and attention is being directed towards building the capacity of residents by using the opportunities from the resources available productively, including livestock.
Women now have an income. This has improved a lot of families. Children now have basic needs met. As you know, our government introduced free education, but there are some small items that parents need to buy. So through this loan, we have been able to set up businesses. We are lucky that we are at the border and there are various businesses taking place here. This year we planned to collect 1.650 billion, of which 10% is going to women, the youth and people with disability.
The police force in Manyara region has told village, street and ward government leaders to help prevent crimes during the Christmas and New Year holidays to use the resident registry to list people visiting friends and family so as to prevent incidents of robbery and crime before happening. The Assistant Police Commissioner, who is also the police commander of Manyara region, Agustino Senga, said this in Babati town when providing an annual report on various incidents including accidents and crime, where he also emphasized that despite the drop in crime, the force is prepared to deal with criminals in religious houses and conduct patrols on all roads in Manyara region.
Tuna daftari la wakazi ambao kwa watendaji wa vijiji na mitaa.
It will be easier to spot law breakers because everyone living here will be identified as living here. So this system will be beneficial. Our police officers received information about a group of people who are hiding in a certain building, packing drugs ready for dispatch. The police ambushed the place. The suspects fled and left behind evidence.
Christians in Zanzibar have taken part in Christmas with religious leaders placing emphasis on the importance of morals and the society receiving justice. Zanzibar I will repeat that story. There's a little bit of technical default there. Christians in Zanzibar have taken part in Christmas Mass with religious leaders placing emphasis on the importance of morals and society receiving justice.
Lakini kodi ndio inaleta maendeleo.
Tax is what brings development, and everyone must understand this and pay without being forced. But tax collected must be used for development of our country.
Mambo mazuri ndani yake.
A mobile phone is very useful because you can use it to communicate with others, but on the other hand, it is used to watch pornography and commit terrorism.
And that is the end of national news. International news follows next after In international news tonight, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, residents of Beni celebrate Christmas peacefully and without witnessing any murders, as has been constantly occurring. However, 2 people have been killed, including the police officer, late at night by unknown assailants.
Lakini kwa kusema ukweli tunalalamikia Mungu.
Honestly, we are crying to God, who is our creator, for him and only him to rescue us from these problems of insecurity, because Beni is in prison. One can hardly travel from one point to another because of fear of the Mai Mai rebel. Why? We are not in prison. It is impossible for one to even go to the farm. The people of Beni are not happy. There is no peace here. All we are praying for is peace and security.
The Pope has used this annual Christmas message to appeal for peace in conflict zones, including Yemen and Syria. The 2 countries have both been ravaged by civil war for years, pushing their people into humanitarian crisis. The pontiff was giving his through the city and the world address in the Vatican. And that is the end of international news. Sports news follows next.
Hi, my name is Kotaro Tokuda.
What's up? My name is Céline Garnier.
I'm John Barnes from Liverpool Football Club. The hip hop, I give it, the hip hop. You don't stop the rockin' to the bang bang boogie. Say up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Now what you hear?
I'm watching Sports Gazette.
I'm watching Sport Gazette.
And you're watching Sports Gazette
With Sebastian.
With Sebastian. Peace out.
Yes! And you can also watch Sports Gazette for highlights and interviews regarding sports. Do not miss Sports Gazette every Wednesday at 7 p.m. only on Capital Television.
And in sports news tonight, soccer champions Simba tomorrow will face off in the first game for the Confederations Cup Tanzania mainland by playing against Mashujaa FC at the National Stadium in Dar es Salaam, with the former club player asking them to be self-aware.
Well,
All I'm saying is they must work hard because they want to win the FA Cup. The players must be diligent and patriotic once they get a chance to play, especially when there are many games, because it is easy to identify your level of playing. We know the importance of these matches, which is winning, so that we can't eliminate them from the league. What we are doing right now is to be fully prepared to play with any team from small to big ones. We want to take this cup and also win the league title too.
After a meeting of all the players yesterday, the leadership of Yanga Sports Club has intended to apologize to coach Mwinyi Zaheri when he returns to the country after the registration committee failed to do its job as the coach needed.
Maana tukasema kwamba sisi jambo la kwanza ni kumuomba radhi mwalimu.
That is why our priority is to beg our trainer to forgive us from what happened, because our trainer volunteered to finance us and yet he was fooled. As Yanga member, we are apologizing for this action, and we as former Yanga players, we are with him 100%.
Hizi sintofahamu huwa zinatokea siku zote tu, ni kitu cha kawaida kutokea.
Misunderstandings usually happen, and when such issues occur, it is important to have a discussion and find a way forward. All I can say that the miscommunication has been resolved.
Wakaondoa tofauti hizo na sasa hivi tunaendelea na safari yetu.
Tanzanian boxer Jonas Aseg is expected to go up against Bernard Makangila from the Democratic Republic of Congo in an end-of-the-year 12-round match for the IBF Africa 63 Super Lightweight title that will take place on December 29th of this year at PTA grounds in Dar es Salaam.
I have come to NMB to collect my money. It is today that I believe that this game is real. I did play several games until I won 10 million shillings.
The Kiluvia United team participating in the first league has been sold and moved to Rufiji and will now be called Rufiji United.
We thank God that we have an investor who's also a resident of Pwani. We know that we have a good team, although we have reached 11th position at the league. From the support we receive, we believe that our team will be in a better place since the players are going to work even harder.
And Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp says nobody should feel safe in the Premier League title race and insists Chelsea and Arsenal remain in the hunt. Here's more on the story.
Klopp's side will reach the halfway point of the season on 26 December at the top of the table after establishing a 4-point lead. Chelsea and Arsenal, who are 4th and 5th respectively, are 11 points behind the Reds with 20 games to play. No one should feel out of the race, said Klopp. In 8 of the past 10 seasons, the leaders on Christmas Day have gone on to win the Premier League. The two exceptions were in 2008-09 and 2013-14, and on both occasions it was Liverpool who slipped from top spot to finish the season in 2nd.
And that sports item ends our news bulletin. My name is Khadija Zimbwe. Thank you for watching and Merry Christmas.
Very welcome. Karibuni sana.
Catch up with all the entertainment in Dar es Salaam and beyond on Out and About every Saturday.
Kitabu cha Dr. Reginald Abraham Mengi kitwacho I Can, I Must, I Will